And we're back. So, as we left off, you listen to the sound of the door begin to open. And then on the other side, all you hear is gunfire start to go off. As you see plasma streaming from one side, bullets and discharge of other guns that look humanoid go into the other, as it seems like you stepped in the middle of a small firefight among Marines and enemy combatants. Through your one door, you can see one Marine has already fallen, a giant hole sizzling from where he took a shot from one of the aliens' weapons. Across from there, you can see what looks like a large grated door that seems to be closed, though there's a panel next to it that seems to be flashing. Aside from that, you can see in the doorway one Marine in front of what looks like a deployable cover of sandbags and whatnot, currently holding his head down and eventually peeking out and firing out short bursts from an assault rifle before ducking again. The rest of his allies, not in direct sight, but you can see there is still a handful of them left. And as far as you can see, from the green and purple flying across the air, there's many Covenant left on the other side.
Directly across from us. Does that look like an escape pod?
No, it looks like a grated door that seems to be closed with a panel next to it.
Okey-doke.
Okay. Does anyone have explosives on them?
I got a few.
Like high explosives?
High, low, does it go boom?
Got some regular grenades. I got a few flashbangs.
Oh,
Tell you what,
probably.
I throw a flashbang out. You guys run down to meet up the Marines. I'll sort myself out.
That works.
I mean, sure, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm down with that plan.
Okay. So how do we do this? Do we roll it? Are we doing like a surprise action, or do we go into an initiative? What's going on?
So, as you guys finally made the decision to make your way forward, you get closer to the door as you catch wind as a Marine takes a charged bolt of plasma directly to his face as he falls backwards into a heap. What do you do?
Fuck. Well, I ready my flashbang that I've got.
I ready myself to run.
Yeah, those two should be ready themselves to run. Let's say I would be like, if this square is the door, I'm like here ready to kind of like lean through for a flash through.
All right.
And I don't know if I can do it immediately. Well, a turn order. I want to roll to throw right there. No, here. That 10-meter mark right there. I don't want to throw it there because that's actually close enough to flash myself.
That would be silly.
How do?
Now we get to do the fun part of looking up, throwing a grenade.
I know the
combat.
flash has a blast of 8, and it does technically do damage. It's just 1d5. It's
Kills
basically
all the grunts. Nah.
no, it doesn't fucking kill anything. It's completely negligible.
Yeah.
The
I
only
know, it
the
was
only
just
people that would
mechanic.
hurt is like incredibly like emaciated people with no armor.
Like us.
Yeah.
Well, no. What's your toughness?
Only 35. So yeah, it would hurt me.
That's still more than likely not gonna hurt you.
Looks like throwing objects. Unless it's grenades in particular.
I think it's just
Warfare
throwing
melee
objects.
test.
It has its own little category. I've made sure to purchase it. But it's got blast day. It has the flashbang special rule, which I'm trying to find now. There it is, flashbang special rule. But there's also just throwing explosives. There's throwing rules, and there's scattering. It's actually a warfare melee roll when throwing.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Alright, so go ahead and throw it.
Do I gain any bonuses due to the distance?
That would be considered... no, since it's melee, you wouldn't get the bonuses for ranged. Because range would get a close range bonus if it was a ranged weapon. But since it's a melee roll, you wouldn't be getting it. So go ahead and roll, and I'll give you a plus 10 since you're kind of coming into them not noticing you.
Okay. Hang on a second. Okay, so here we are. Hopefully this goes alright. So do I need to put 0 plus 10, or is this one fine just putting in straight 10? This sheet.
We shall see.
We'll find out. Fingers crossed.
As soon as a grenade
Hey!
reaches hands, I yell flash out. Because I'm not a complete fucking
I
idiot.
succeed.
So, describe what happens.
Frank turns, kind of leans out of cover, sees a lot of fucking Covenant, and kind of blindly throws out this flash grenade, hoping to try to get it somewhere in the middle, do what he can. And luckily it lands exactly where he attempts to throw it. And it goes off with a loud ringing and bright flash. Which, if we get to tools, which I've lost. There it is.
As the flash goes off, the grunts and jackals caught in the blast cringe off of it as the Marines bring their hands up, but it looks like their helmets helped a lot with diffusing the flash from affecting them at the distance that they're at.
Yeah.
As they turn to see the human arm that throws it, as one of them yells out, "Give those people some cover!"
Should I roll the thing?
You should roll the thing. Or
Alright.
Damages.
So, flashbangs, blinds, and deafens a character for 1d10 plus 10 minus toughness modifier in half actions. For every meter closer to the flashbang from its radius, they gain a plus 1 half action. Its radius is 8. No one's further away than 6, and the closest is 2. So, if I roll a d10 plus, let's start with this grunt, that jackal, that grunt, and we'll see.
I was gonna go clockwise, starting at the jackal.
Actually, yeah, no, that's a better idea. Start clockwise at the jackal, yeah. All right. So here's this jackal, the 4-meter array one that I'm measuring towards, and then minus its toughness,
The roll was
and it can't get more than 5 for its toughness modifier.
5 on the D10. Words. 5 on the D10. For a total of 19.
Oh yeah, of course, I forgot we needed. Funny flashbangs consider, doesn't say how.
All right, next.
Right, next up, we're going to be doing that grunt at 6 meters away. I rolled a 6 on a d10 for a 18.
All right, next.
And then it's the skunt. A 3 on a d10 for 17.
The numbers are changing because he's already factoring in the extra rounds that will be added due to distance.
It's distance and it is the base extra. Yeah. Can I go do the next one?
Yep.
Alright, cool. The furthest away grunt, I rolled a 3 for a total of 15.
Alrighty.
The next one, I rolled an 8 for a total of 24.
That's the closest grunt.
It is. And the final one, which is another jackal, I rolled a 7 for a 21. And they are now all blinded and deafened. There's something to do with stun, but I'm not sure what that is.
So you watch as they all bring their arms up, covering their eyes. The jackals looking down towards the ground more, just keeping their shields in front of them. As the grunts, these bulky dog-like aliens start to just run around in circles, hitting into the bulkhead, just firing in random directions. As you heard before, the Marines just yell out to give you cover fire.
Wait, you just book it.
Alright. Kid, go. Move.
Alright. First, I'm going... 4 meters. Then... How much further can I go here? 16. Give me the... Going to get to here. So I'm running down the hallway past the cover. And that's as far as I can go with a run action. Or a full run, I should say.
Just quickly looking at what squad up does.
With
Plus. Yep.
Oh, I would have technically had a further bonus because you're here.
Yep. Sorry.
But it doesn't matter, I succeeded anyway. Oh, so you can move too?
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay, I have a run of full run of 24. So I'm move to here, to here, then to here, then to here. Slam into cover behind the sandbags next to this Marine.
Alright, so I can move like this. Like this.
Keep in mind this would be a half action move.
Oh, okay, half action move. That's very different.
Since you did do your throw this round.
I am going to hold then because I will not be able to get anywhere with a half action fast enough.
I mean, you could get to that blue cover,
No, I couldn't.
that center pillar. Could you not? You don't have 8?
For a half move, no.
I thought you had increased speed or something.
I do. I have a half move of 5.
Alright, okay.
You have a half move of even less.
Yes, I have a half move of 4.
So, as you stay there, Frank, still blinded, they start to take off a lot of uneven, just random shots that should have very low chance of hitting any of you.
Nails all of us with headshots.
Yep, instant killed. Yeah.
As the shots just go wide or in random directions, don't seem to be hitting their marks at all. Actually, one of the Marines, with the aid of another one, while you guys were heading over here, while giving the covering fire, was able to pop one of the grunts in the head as he just tumbled to the ground dead.
Nice.
As they continue to give you guys covering fire.
Alright. Are we going in any particular... Oh, right, they're still shooting. That's what you meant.
I mean, Michael, if you want to grab that guy's gun in front, start
That's
taking pot shots.
what I was thinking. I like to grab whatever this dead dude's got on him.
If it's
As you
standard
move
issue.
towards the smoldering corpse, it seems like he has a standard issue. The handgun, I can't remember right now.
Yeah,
M60.
I'll print screen. I'll just drop it in Skype for you. Did you?
But as you get there and get the gun, the Marine puts a hand on you. Head down the hallway. That's going to lead to the evacuation pods. They're still getting everybody on there. You have time. We'll cover you.
Copy that, mate. Thanks. And, pulling up the stats for the gun now.
Hank or Frank, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take some pot shots. Save as a PNG picture. So, let me just save this and then drop it in Skype for Michael.
Is it the M6C or M6D?
It's the rifle. In that thing I just linked.
Oh, it's the rifle. I heard pistol.
They're the station.
I had pistol
I
too.
said pistol. I didn't say rifle.
Alright. Then,
Okay,
yeah.
well.
Or they're the standard issue. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot at. This one that's approximately 18 meters away from me.
That's a pillar in front of you.
So it is. Then I shall shoot at this one. 20 meters away from me. Still within fair range. I've got a pistol and plus 10 to hit. So. Is the guy next to me? Marine.
Yes, he is.
Okay, so I have 4.6 degrees of success, rolling a 14 on DC 50. And I'm going to fire off actually twice in this burst. Poop. So I hit twice. Doing 20 damage on the first hit with 8 pierce and 22 damage on the second.
As your two discharge fires, the first nails it in the shoulder, sending it back some as the second one goes in between its head and just pops out the other end as it falls to the ground dead.
Wonderful.
Alright, while you do that, I will be moving. We are going to bam, 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 run behind. Is this a pillar?
Yes.
We're gonna get up behind that pillar. And I'm gonna. Kid, I said get moving.
Not about to leave you behind.
And that's my turn, because I had to do a big move.
It's around this time you hear noises again coming from these more, well, the jackals, for all intents and purposes, as it starts to move behind this pillar and give orders to what sounds like one of the grunts. As it drops its pistol and pulls out these two balls in its hands, as it starts to run towards you guys, its hands slowly starting to ignite. The other ones taking off shots as they can. This one's going towards you, Hank?
They still look blind and dazed.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, the duration's pretty fucking devastating.
Yeah, and I am in cover behind sandbags. Whatever good that does. Yep, sweet. 0 degrees of success on that.
And this one goes towards Frank.
Alright. Whew. Low rolls though, low rolls.
Low rolls, but luckily still a mess.
It's a bloody good thing we did flashbang him.
As I rolled a 16 and a 15 out of 5% chance to hit. Or 16 and 13. So as the two discharges of energy just flies past your guys' heads, you get the idea if they weren't disoriented from that flashbang, that could have been grievous. And actually there's one grunt. Oh no, that's Suicide, Jackal, and Grunt. Yep, that's all of them. As the Marines give off another healthy barrage of bullets.
Can I issue an order?
What's your rank?
Cadet, so they probably
No.
won't listen to me, but I can shout. Can I shout an instruction?
You can give it a shot.
Then I'll yell, "Shoot the one with the glowy things!" As I
A
roll
suggestion.
leadership. Yes. But with leadership, aha! DC 40, I rolled a 10. So
You rolled a
my
4, actually.
did I?
Yes.
Yes, I did. I rolled a 4. So, 3 degrees of success. And
So they look at you and they begin to protest, but then they notice what it is the grunt's doing as they all turn and, in unison, fire on him.
good shit.
It's 3, 6. Whew! As that's 4 successes, as let's see if the grunt can succeed in evading it.
You're still blind and dazed.
Blind and deafened.
Yeah, I'm used to D&D terms.
Actually, that's a good
As
question.
on the
Can-
Halo soundtrack I'm listening to, it just went to super heroic song there from Halo 3.
Yep.
Give me 1 second. Blind.
This is the hour.
Nice.
Alright, so that actually does not affect agility.
Does deafened for evade.
Deafened.
If you're both, like, you
The
wouldn't know
character
two of
cannot
these.
hear at all, or at least not well enough to communicate with others.
Okay. I was thinking, like, he wouldn't even know he was being shot at. Because he's pretty much deaf and dumb.
No, blind doesn't make you actually blinded. It just makes it harder to see.
Okay. So it's like Saving Private Ryan disorientated sort of thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, for his first agility check, that's 1 bullet missed. That's 1 hit. And he's down. As he falls to the ground, the 2 plasma grenades hitting to the floor next to him as the jackals just turn their head in utter disbelief.
I would like to fire upon the jackals.
Well, it's. I think I might actually want to fire upon that jackal.
Let's pin them down. Do I have line of sight? Ooh, I do.
I do.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Right, I want to fire a full action automatic from my assault rifle. Because they are within my close range, I gain a +5. And yeah, I roll 8 times.
It might just be worth rolling, like, in brackets, 10d8 greater than.
Well, actually, I know what you're supposed to do. I can do it. I can roll half in a half action, and if that isn't enough, you're allowed to spend the other half to fire the rest.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do. I gain a 5 from being close range, and what's the group up bonus?
Okay, squad up for at
Squad
least
up.
the... it's +5 to courage, and then also +10 to warfare melee and warfare range tests when taking combined actions.
So only when taking combined. I'm not
Though technically we are, because we're both firing on the same target at the same time.
bonus for being close.
Hmm.
Okay. So here's my first shot. It should be my first shot.
It hasn't gone through for me yet.
That's my second shot.
Okay, looks like you missed your first 2.
Yeah, and my third shot. Not playing ball. And yeah, we'll spend the other half action to do the rest.
No, don't forget to say what happened.
After firing off 3 shots, Frank Faulkner missed all 3. Coincidentally, rolling an 82 twice. Out of 50. However, in his second volley of fire, he was able to hit twice.
I was able to hit twice.
One with several degrees of success.
Yep, that doesn't really matter.
These are all shots taken upon the jackal, correct? With the energy shield?
Yes, it is.
The rightmost jackal.
Alright, so you can go ahead and roll damage.
Made a blue bar for my ammo in the magazine. Oh, wait. Well, you would attempt to evade first if you're going to. It's not. Okay, so you are straight for damage, which is 3d10 with a pierce of 13. Oh. And
First doing a whopping 22, and the second, a brilliant 24.
oh, there's a 10.
That is a 10. I believe that means he gets to roll another damage dice.
On a damage roll of a 10, it goes on to the critical hit gains an extra 2d10 on the special damage chart because I have break shot.
Nice.
Which would be perfect for this situation. Unfortunately, as you're firing, these shots are bleeding into the Jackal's shield.
How tough is that shield, man?
Enough to take assault rifle fire.
Then seeing that, I think I'm just going to book it.
Well, you said you were doing a combined action.
That is true. Fair enough. Pistola. Fire 1. Combined action. Plus 10 to hit. Hits. Combined action 2. Plus 10 to hit. Also hits. Any point me rolling
Nice.
damage?
Yes.
Okay. So, 2 shots with my pistol. I have 2.8 degrees of success, rolling a 32 out of 60 on my first shot and a 27 out of 60 on my second, doing respectively 23 and 20 damage with up to 8 pierce.
So, as you fire your own couple of shots, the shield begins to flicker and then eventually fail, as its shield integrity finally suffers.
I'd call out, shield down on the right! The key to good warfare is good communication. The more you know.
And around the time that you say this, the 2 plasma grenades that are on the ground finally reach their helix and apex as they shine off with a brilliant blue light. As there's a pause in fire as the 2 grenades go off, and when their hue clears, there's nothing but iridescent blue and green smears in the area of where the grenades went off.
Take that, you alien bastards.
Yeah, Hank would holler out, woo!
And being the only one alive, you watch as the one grunt screams, throwing his hands up in the air, and runs in the opposite direction. As the Marines give off a resounding yell of appreciation, as once again, the ones around you say, "Head down the hall. They're evacuating everyone now. Hurry up and get on those boats."
Tell me twice.
Quick check. Does this dead Marine in front of me, was his ship blown up? Or is he intact?
While you're looking over there, it looks like the Marines staying here are going to police weapons. So,
Alright. Then, yeah, I'll just tap Frank, run past Frank, give him a tap on the shoulder, a nod of good work, and then move up.
Yeah, Frank could give a quick look at what just happened and move on.
as you get to the side of the ship, after running for a couple of minutes, the shipboard alarms seem to rail back up. And once again, while getting through here, there's another shudder as you feel the ship take an impact of most likely a plasma torpedo. As the bulkheads behind you close, if you were any longer in your progression down here, you would be trapped on the other side. As an alert of venting atmosphere seems to go off on the bulkhead behind you, stating that the area behind you is now a dead zone.
Well, this place is definitely going to hell in a handbasket.
I've said this 3 times now, but I was muted. Hank would look back at the bulkhead and like see the readout, but then turn away, seemingly unfazed by the whole affair.
So as you guys continue to move down, you get to the hangar area, and it's an absolute mess. You look about as you see a couple of lifeboats, their integrity already compromised from falling material. But one of them, you see a Pelican, a couple of ODST drop shock troopers. Wow. It's a couple of orbital drop shock troopers lined in front of it, currently looking like they're on the defensive post. On the inside, you can see a handful of people dressed in a lot less than military garb. Probably the civilians that he was mentioning earlier.
Yeah, running up to him. How many more like passageways are there feeding into this hangar?
There's 3 others, as you keep a level eye on.
Alright, I'll run up to the Pelican, point back, say, no one else is coming that way. The bulkhead was breached. We should leave now. Just completely forgetting my rank to the ODST.
He sighs as he moves up, gives a couple of knocks on the Pelican. Looks like you're full, girl. Why don't you go ahead and land this so we can have Thanksgiving dinner? Meet you on the ground, as you hear from the inside. Copy that.
Wait, you're not coming?
There's only one way that we go anywhere. And that's boots first. Get on.
Fucking ODSTs, as I move inside.
It's ODSTs for you. I hop aboard.
I'm giving a quick nod of respect for moving on.
Like he brings his gun up, along as the others, as they just keep a wary eye on the entrances. As you start to pile into the Pelican, getting seated, and it's around the time that you guys sit down, you hear discharge fire from the assault rifles as shimmering lights start to go off on the other end of the hangar as the Pelican's door begins to close.
It's like not a moment too soon.
This is fucking ridiculous, man.
It's war. What'd you expect? At least you signed up for it.
I didn't sign up for war. Most we ever did was fight innies. Not a fucking covenant.
Hank just stays quiet and shakes his head.
Alright, suit up! As the pilot starts to input all the commands to get the Pelican going. you start to feel the emotion of vertigo as the pelican starts to lift off of the ship and start to head off into open space. Anything that wasn't bolted down slowly starts to loom in front of you. And then, violently, you feel the ship start to lurch and crash and lash as the pilot screams out, "It's not gonna be a safe one! Try to buckle down!" As they start typing in commands. The inside of the Pelican starting to get to levels of heat far beyond that is comfortable. As the sound of carbon, or not the sound, as the smell of like carbon scarring starts to fill your nostrils, as the idea of being blown out the sky becomes very possible.
I'm gonna quickly try and like make sure like the civilians are strapped in. With Michael being last. Literally can't remember your name. It doesn't appear under your token.
Doesn't.
But yeah, I'll make sure everyone's strapped in before I sort myself out. Justin, that's the one. Thank you.
I could make sure everyone's alright, but he's not going to focus too hard on everyone else. He's not exactly used to space travel, so he's kind of making sure he's alright.
Once the ship starts like buffeting, like hitting atmosphere, then I'll buckle up myself.
I'm muttering how, of course, today is the day that I lost all my equipment. As I'm strapping myself in and all that.
Amongst yourselves.
Shouldn't have talked shit about the Zodiacs team, man.
They always do this. They like to play heroes.
Yeah, but they earned what they got.
All of them. There's enough room for him to get on. Fucking idiots.
As you actually do look around, you guys did fill up the last spots.
How many Odysseys were there? There's 3 left.
There's 4 of them.
Ah, well, one was getting left behind anyway. Well, at least the best equipped actually make it down on their own. That's something.
They'll make it.
They probably have a better chance than we do. We're a much larger
Odysseys
target.
always make it.
Do they always make it?
Well, we made it. And if we made it, they'll make it.
And it's like in mid-sentence as he's saying that, the cockpit explodes in a torrent of fire as the area in front of where you guys are at shields with a tight sheet of titanium A as you feel the ship start to lurch and buckle and churn.
You had to open your mouth.
Hank assumes the crashing position. Like head between your legs, hands over your head.
Are we still in vacuum?
Fuck.
Deep breaths.
As
Question.
inhalant or air opticals like fall from the ceiling in front of you guys.
All I fucking need.
I grab one. Do Pelicans have secondary propulsion guidance from the back?
Yes.
They do.
Yep.
Yeah, it's full thrusted drive.
Okay.
You look forward
Essentially.
and there is a panel at the area where the door closed that you could access if you unbuckle and walk to it.
Does anyone know how to fly? Answer quick.
No.
Yeah, I don't know how to fly a fucking pelican.
The strap in.
today's
Keep your
gonna
heads
learn.
down.
We can land a crash if we're not going face first. I try to unstrap and get to that panel.
The moment you start to unstrap, this force hits the pelican as you start to break atmosphere, and everyone inside is just rattled from the impact. Oof.
Oh no.
So that's 22 physical damage.
Where's that go to?
That goes to wounds.
No,
It's
no.
up to everyone.
It will be mostly to the chest area, since you're all strapped in.
Okay,
Well, no-
so I take no damage.
Well, I almost die. Jesus.
Yeah, does that get absorbed by toughness at all?
Yes.
What's the calculations on that?
Your
Toughness divided by
tens.
10.
Yeah, just the 10 unit reduces damage.
Okay, so with 25, you have two absorption essentially.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm nearly dead now.
As the inside of the pelican starts to grow exponentially in heat.
Shit.
Are you ready,
Yeah.
Flyboy? Because I can hotwire you in. Might be our only chance.
Who are you talking to?
What the fuck
No
are you
one knows how to
saying?
fly this.
Sit down, strap in, put your mask on, and try not to die. Is what Hank yells at you through his mask.
I just give a grunt and I essentially retreat from the concept. Pretty certain that we're gonna die in the free fall.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curling up in a position to kind of futilely attempt to survive the crash.
As the other civilians all start to go through their different stages of denial, fear, death, bargaining, all the fun stuff of the last things people to expect to go through during death, as the temperature continues to climb to the point where everything gets splotted. It's hard to concentrate. And for the first time after waking up, you start to feel calm as you slowly start to slip out of consciousness from heat exhaustion.
Is that everyone?
That's everyone.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh no.
So Hank and I are dead, and
Don't worry, you get to play the ODSTs next session.
yeah. We all roll perfectly to land in that digging your own grave chart.
As eventually time passes by, Frank, you shake your head. You're going through the worst headache that you've ever had in your entire life. As you reach up and just rub your head, still wearing your helmet, though the visor's partially cracked and sprayed with blood all over the front of it. And you start to realize that as you look around, everyone is just holding their hands up towards the ceiling of the Pelican. Which seems odd.
Fucking. not really realizing what's going on, but just trying to go through the motions. Would go to unstrap himself.
You have a difficult time doing it, but after some time,
From the
eventually
seat.
the latch pops open as you careen to the top of the pelican.
Ah, fucking. What? I don't even realize the pelican's upside down.
As you look to the side, everyone in here still seems to be unconscious. Those that are alive, unfortunately, only seems to be 3 people. The 2 that you traveled with, and then one other civilian that was in here. Everyone else either had died from lacerations, broken necks,
Yeah.
or other unknown events.
What's the other civilian? The living one.
It seems like a middle-aged man. 5 o'clock shadow. Blood coming out of the side of his ears and nose. Lithe, but breathing, at least.
But none of them are conscious.
No.
Alright.
You have
Well-
an idea that the only reason you're still conscious is probably because you still had your gear on.
Yeah. Consider looking at that civilian. We'll get him out first. We'll unstrap him, but make sure to carry him slowly to the floor as opposed to just letting him drop, as I did.
It's around this time that you're getting him out of here. Hank, you slowly start to come back into consciousness. Your training helping you through this situation of being able to survive a flight, or the fall of a flight, easier than others.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
This was nothing like the simulation. Oh, fucking hell.
At least you got simulations, kid.
Just looking around, dazed.
As you look towards Frank, who's just kneeling over a downed civilian, but on the roof, while you're looking towards them.
Why are you on the roof? Is the gravity broken?
Things upside down. It means you landed somewhere solid, at least.
Oh, great.
Probably breathable, considering this shit's definitely breached.
Alright, give me a hand. I start
Yep,
palming up my straps.
move over to you and help you out.
So, surprisingly light for how well this person handled themselves. You're reminded that they are a child.
Yep, they are indeed a child. You still got my pistol?
Looking around, I'm assuming
It's
as I was knocked unconscious.
nowhere
it was-
in hand.
No, I've dropped it.
You at least have it on safety.
I hope so.
Did they not teach you about weapon safety?
Yes, it was about weapon safety, but I'm also not exactly experienced at being shot out of the sky. Right. What's the situation?
Fucked if I know.
You okay? Your helmet's fucked.
Head's killing me, but
As you begin to look around, you feel the pelican begin to lurch
I'm back.
awkwardly while standing there
Which direction?
towards the pilot's area.
I moved quickly to the opposite side.
You don't feel much of a change as you do so.
Stop bashing at the door controls. Trying to get the doors open.
I am back, by the way.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Eventually, the door finally yields, though it cracks about a third of the way as you look outwards and you're taken aback as you look at a landscape of lush green hills, large pine trees, beautiful waterfalls. But it seems to be swaying up and down as if you're sitting on a seesaw. And as you climb up the gangplank of the Pelican and look down, you look how the Pelican currently is precariously sat upon a cliff.
Ah, shit. I'll move back in and get down the last person that seems to be groaning.
What is it?
We're on a cliff. Move quickly, move steadily.
Which way's land?
I point outside the entrance. Just hang on the back for a second. Just let me get him down.
Wait. So cockpit is
Cockpit bad. Cockpit bad.
Got it.
So,
Take him. I'll take the city.
Yep. I'll release Justin's strap and try and catch him before his head hits the floor.
With this jolt, Justin, you
Time to
kind of
drag this-
come back to consciousness.
And I'm awake.
I'll just grab you by the shoulders and start dragging you towards the exit.
And we're going this way.
Yeah, and I'll be dragging the city out.
As you feel extremely lethargic, Justin. As you just feel yourself being drugged. As you get to the the gangplank, it's only opened by a third. The rest of it still seems to be closed shut. It seems like it's pressing against something, so its hydraulic commands didn't fully open.
Right. Justin,
Stuck.
squeeze through. You can fit. Can you fit?
Can I fit?
Looking through here, it does seem like something small enough for you to fit.
Yeah, I can make it. I'm gonna squeeze through and then assess the situation from outside.
As you squeeze through the area, you fall 4 meters to the ground with a flat impact.
Oh!
As you look towards what is causing the issue, as there seems to be a rock that's lodged right underneath the gangplank, that if the hydraulic controls continue to press against it, it would just continue to press the Pelican off the cliff.
Okay, don't try to lower the gangplank anymore. It'll push the Pelican off. There's a sizable rock there.
Looking at the controls, is there a way I can withdraw the gangplank but keep the doors open?
Currently, the issue is trying to get out of the space. If you close it any further, there wouldn't be any chance of you guys getting out.
Can I just press stop on it so it just stays how it is instead of trying to
Yes,
open?
you can.
I press stop.
As you press the stop, you feel the tilting that you're slowly starting to gain eventually stop.
Okay, we've got a minute. Stay here. I need to find my gun. As I turn around back into the ship by the Pelican and try and find my pistol.
You mean my
What?
Make an investigation.
gun?
DC 25, minus 1 degree of success. I'm gonna spend a luck to make that a 22. And make that success.
So
Okay.
as you begin to look around, It takes a couple of moments, around 30 seconds, but eventually you find it lodged behind one of the seats, and one of the dead men are civilians in here.
Literally completely ignoring the dead. I'd like look around and see if there's anything else of useful.
You found the gun.
No bags, supplies, or anything like that.
None that you can see.
Alright, let's grab the gun. Wave at the militiaman. Found it! Okay, let's go. I think there's a drop, so be careful with that guy.
There's a bit of a drop. It hurts.
Gotcha.
Does it look like from my side, if I'd be able to nudge the rock or the pelican, depending on how it's teetering? To enable more door access.
Please don't.
As you look around there, go ahead and make an investigation.
I rolled a 51, giving me -3 degrees of success.
You look around the area, and unfortunately, you can't make heads or tails of what you can do to alleviate this unfortunate events to make it a easier fix. Though, what you do notice is the ghastly or ghostly-like wail of something echoing off the caverns.
Do I still have my handgun on me?
As you look on your person, you do not.
Hey, if you guys can, I don't know, hurry up coming out of there, and if anyone found my gun, there's something out here, I think.
Shit.
Alright, you get him out.
And I would.
Have the kid catch him.
How
I'm going to check on the
as fast as
pilots.
possible. Don't even bother.
No, they might have equipment, weapons, armor. I'm fucking naked.
Don't even bother.
Fuck's sake. As I guess I'll squeeze myself into the space so I can help you pull the guy up.
Yeah.
Would he be able to squeeze? Is the gap big enough for each of us to pass through?
If you had any heavier armor, it would have been an issue. But since you are only wearing barely nothing, and Frank, you're wearing a light BDU, you're able to squeeze through with issue, but you're able to squeeze through.
Okay. And yeah, I'd squeeze him first and drag the civilian through with me, so that shout for Justin.
And I'd
catch him.
kind of hold the legs and.
Right, kid, we're gonna drop him. Make sure his head doesn't hit a rock or something. Okay.
Sure.
All right. So sort of drag the guy through the hole towards Justin.
I'll do what I can. Not that that's much.
Go ahead and... Actually, just between the two of you, just working to try to make this the easiest situation, you're able to get through it.
Cool.
As you get the civilian out. And currently it's a civilian, Justin, and Frank outside?
Hank.
Hank outside.
Yeah, Frank's still
Yeah, I'm
outside.
the last person.
Hank, go ahead and make... Or Justin and Hank, go ahead and make a perception.
Okay.
-8. I rolled a 99. Jesus Christ.
Whereabouts? Perception is actually an attribute.
Yeah.
-7 degrees of success. 96. I'm going to spend my last luck and try and reroll that.
Spending a lot of goddamn luck.
I have 3. God damn it.
Alright,
So minus 2
-2.
degrees success with a 46 out of 33.
What about you, Justin? Do you want to use your luck?
I have no luck left. I only had
As
one luck.
something in the distance is continuously bouncing off the high rock-like surfaces, as it kind of feels like you guys are in the middle of a valley, but you can't be bothered with those noises right now. If anything, you hope it's a good distance away and you're just hearing it echoing.
Soldier, there's a noise out here. Just hurry up. We should get away from here.
I'm coming. Just give me a sec. And do what he can to fit through the small gap.
Clear away so you can
Alright.
actually drop down.
As you're starting to pull your way out, you feel the ship begin to lurch, as it feels like as you're crawling up the gangplank and moving through here, after everyone's gone through here, the tender earth is just slowly starting to break as the Pelican is starting to lean forward off of the cliff.
Fuck me.
You say he's clear of it while that's happening, or he's still climbing through.
He's still climbing through.
I'd like to try and climb up the rock and grab his hand or something.
I would like to do the same.
I'm muted. So, as the two of you try to grab his hand, I need you both to roll strength checks.
I failed rolling 65 out of 30. Ooh, Tank
rolled-
rolled exactly. No, you rolled 21 out of 25.
I rolled a technical success.
It's a success.
As you grab hold of Frank, as the rest of the Pelican starts to fall forward as you hold on to Frank, as he gets slid out painfully, as the Pelican continues to lurch forward and eventually slides off the cliff face as he hits the soft earth. As you watch the olive green behemoth go over the edge, fade off into out of existence, and as you give it a look, goes past this hazy fog before the sound of an explosion goes off in the distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Well, pretty sure you both owe me one now. Anyway, so what do we got
I
now?
owe you shit, kid.
I'm both of you short.
Frank, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh boy. Let's go. Where's my perception? I'm fucking blind. Oh yeah, it's an anatomy characteristic, yeah.
I was looking at skills first. Oh, there
Oh, I'm the best.
fucking blind, but you can see.
Frank, as you stand up and begin to dust yourself off, you casually just catch on the horizon in the direction where only seems to be land that you can head up on these green mountains and whatnot. This purple stain in the sky that you dismiss at first, but stop and think it over. As you see floating and flying in the area, this large purple bulbous machine with its wingspan to the left and right, giving off iridescent streams of light as it slowly starts to fly in the distance towards your where the crash pelican was. As your heart sinks.
Guys, we gotta move.
What is it?
I think the Covenant are here, and I think they know we're here.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, grab civilian. As I dash for a rock cover.
I'd carry him, yeah, and just book it.
And as you all begin to run, the camera falls back as you all begin to book it towards the scenery. The Banshee slowly making its arc around the bend in this valley as the camera moves beyond that. As we start to see the landscape begin to curve upwards as the camera continues to move. As it falls out, taking in where it is you guys now call home, as it looks at Installation 4. As it fades to black.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And that was our first episode of
Oh boy.
Nightmare's End.
I think the nightmare's only a beginning.
You guys are fucked.
Oh, yeah, I got no weapon anymore. It's good.
No weapons, no armor.
I
Beaten
got
to shit.
a great brief 10 seconds of enjoying being armed. Didn't even use it. Now it's gone again.
Everything will be alright.
And I have no equipment either.
We have 2 shot bangs.
I have no whiz gears to speak of.
That's even more than Master Chief had at the start of Halo 1.
Yeah, he had fucking Mjolnir armor.
I'm talking about weapons.
And actually, he did have an assault rifle.
Yeah,
I thought he had an
pistol.
assault rifle.
Yeah, the
It's a
pistol and
weapon
assault
in all
rifle.
of itself.
Yeah, also he is a weapon.
Over shields, always nice.
Yep.
You know, I
Had
don't
the
even have
ability
clothes.
to leap, meters into the air and grab a banshee and board it.
Yeah.
Not in one.
Yeah, you couldn't do that in one?
Nope.
Oh. Oh yeah, that was introduced in Halo 2. Well, still, he could punch a banshee and within a couple punches it would explode.
Punch a tank.
Punch a tank.
But thank you guys for watching Nightmare's End. We'll be back next week on Thursday, 11:35 a.m. CST, for the continuation to see how it is this group of misfits are going to
No worries.
survive on Installation 4. So, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. This is slowly turning into a horror session.
Yeah, this is gonna be what Halo ODST could have been.